Whew, I cannot tell you how long this has been coming. I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to come to my channel, watch, supporting my debt-free journey, hopefully. I've really been struggling this year more so than any other year. I've been losing income, switching incomes. Things have been kind of all over the place. So I just want to say thank you. Welcome to how Stella got her financials back and financial stability back. I hope that together we can find financial peace. So a little bit about me. I am doing these videos anonymously. I cannot take a chance of family, friends, and God only knows who else finding my channel. So there are some things where I would love to say certain things and other things I can't. Like I can't tell you one of my jobs because it would be an immediate giveaway to the people that I know. So when I refer to some of my incomes, you're gonna see like income 1, income 2, etc. And this is just a mock-up. I've been like trying to perfect this for however many years, and now I'm at the point where it's clicking, and I hope that by it clicking for me, maybe it'll click for you, especially if you've been waiting to take that chance and really put yourself kind of in a vulnerable position, seeing what your debt is, tracking your spending habits. You know, my spending habits are really triggered by anxiety, big changes, some emotional spending, but more so just like an anxiety spending. I like to do things on a whim. I'm someone who is a spontaneous spender, but my spending is either closely related to trying to make money or it's giving to other people. I love to, buy my friends coffees, buy my mom coffees, get my kids, that McDonald's meal that they've been asking me for. I love doing that stuff, but it's wrecking my life, sadly. So I just want to take the opportunity to again say thank you. Because this will be anonymous, I won't be selling cash envelopes or my own budget book or anything like that. This is strictly, my budget journey, my debt-free journey, my hopefully moving to cash envelopes journey. Right now, I am at the point where I am so far behind on bills that this month of September is nothing but catch up. I am trying to become current. Like that's my biggest hurdle right now is just becoming current. And you will see that current journey through my budget. So let's get started. I can actually set these budgets aside because I was working on them all day. So I hand wrote mine, but I will probably do it in a more permanent basis. I do have the lovely Budget Moms Budget by Paycheck book. I have had it for so long, but what's lovely about this is that if you don't date it, you can use it over and over and over again. So what I have done is I've actually ripped out like the budget portions, and I've copied them over and over and over again to do as a budget. So if you've been struggling and don't want to take out, the funds to pay for something like this, you can do her downloadable. I think it's significantly cheaper, and all you have to do is just print it out multiple times. You can use it over and over again for the rest of your life if you wanted to. There are so many people that I follow who have their own budget books, like Baddies and Budgets, and gosh, there's a whole bunch of them. And obviously I can't name them off the top of my head at the moment, but I will eventually do it in one of these, my budget that is. But right now I'm afraid that I shouldn't be, not that I'm afraid, I keep screwing it up. And here you can see like, oh, I wrote down all my bills, blah, blah, blah. But then as I was going through it, I kept screwing things up. I've rewritten things over and over again. So today the last 3 days, this past weekend, I spent nothing but going over my budget, trying to perfect it. So the month of September is going to be my magic month because I also get a third paycheck. Here's my third paycheck that I'll get at the end of the month. So some people, they had a magic month last month, I guess. But my pay is significantly different, I guess. So here is my magic month. And obviously you can see my no spend goals, and I will fill that in here, explaining what I've done and haven't done. The whole reason I'm even doing this is for my children. I'm doing this for my children. I want to give them such a better life than what I have right now, what I'm giving them right now. Like, I hate the feeling of, they're going to school. Well, how am I going to pay for their lunch? Or I had to choose between my son's birthday party and their back to school supplies over paying rent for August. That's not okay to me. Obviously, that's a horrible thing to have to choose. So I thankfully do get some help. My parents, they are absolutely fantastic. My dad, took my kids to go get some clothes and shoes. I couldn't be more thankful. And my mom, if I'm behind on a bill like the car, she will make a payment for me if she knows for a fact that I can't pay it. But because of that, I owe my parents a lot of money. My dad, both my parents helped me with a dog vet bill. My mom helped me say goodbye to my dog, and right before my dog passed, my dad helped me try to get her better. And then my mom helped me buy a car, and I didn't have money for a down payment to pay for certain things, so she had to. But I needed a car, and she was the only one that was able to help me at that time. And then my dad has also worked on that car for me. So I do have help. I have wonderful help, and I'm super, super thankful. What I'm not thankful for is my inability to get my crap together, so I don't have to ask for help. I don't ever want to be in this situation ever again, and I don't want my children thinking that this is okay. And the reason I might sound loud to you, but I'm actually trying to be quiet. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment with my 2 children. We have people upstairs with domestic violence issues, and it's a hot mess. So I'm trying to be quiet and I'm putting my head down, doing my thing. And those who might comment about the domestic issues that have arisen, I have called for her help, and sadly that person that we got her away from, she invited back, and that's just a cycle that is none of my business. There is help out there for her. We've offered her help and given her resources, and she chooses not to take it. There's nothing I can do about that. So aside from that, let's get a move on here. So week of September 1st through 14th, I've already had some struggles with. I budgeted for all of this, and then I had to re-budget because there were some things that I needed to buy. But one that is unchanged is dog insulin. I haven't had to buy that yet. I probably won't need to buy that until my next paycheck. But I'm going to, that's my dog in the background, I'm going to be budgeting for all of this every single time, and whatever is left over, roll over, like dog insulin, or if there is a sale for the dog food, I'm going to roll over that and put it into her sinking fund. For some of the inevitables. She is much older. She's 13, and she's very diabetic, very, very old. So So we already have some transactions here. I'll highlight some of these because the Budget Mom highlights hers, and I'm not very good at highlighting or color coding, but I'm going to do my best. If this is your very first budgeting video, I'm with you. I got you. I have been watching budgeting videos for about 2.5, 3 years, and this is the first time it's clicked for me. Before ever writing down a transaction like this, I'm like, why? What's the point? Now I see it. Now I understand it. I never understood a zero-based budget before. Now I get it. You know, you're allocating or putting your money exactly where you want it to go and not touching it. And I think that's my biggest problem. Actually, I think that's America's biggest problem, is their inability to save money, because as soon as they put it in savings, which this was me, as soon as they would put it in savings, something would come up. You know, they would need a tire, or they had an unexpected travel trip that they would have to take, and they would wind up having to take that money out of savings. That's me. That is 100% me. And is my biggest, most hardest accomplishment to try and do this month. So my goals are to keep it together and sorry, I have a cold, and not let things slow me down. Okay, so I ran out of highlighters, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I hope you guys stick around and watch me transform me and my children's lives. That's nothing but a goal of mine. Let's do laundry. So the Paramount Plus thing, I actually went to cancel it for the month of September, but they offered me $1.99 for 2 months. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that. And then I didn't realize that their 99-cent deal wasn't going to happen until next month and the following month. So I am stuck with this bill because it's too late to cancel at this point and get my money back, because I didn't realize it until after it was too late. So that's, I'm not highlighting that at all, although that would probably be considered spending, because I'm not highlighting it because I already put it in my bills portion. I already updated it. Whereas the next time at the end of the month, it'll be $1. I round up, by the way. I hate doing the cents. The only reason I'm doing cents in here is because it's going to let me know exactly what's left in each of these categories. You'll also see the 1/2, 1/2, 1/2, and then 2 out of 2, 2 out of 2. I'm behind on rent. I still owe the rest of last month's rent for here, and then and then September's rent will be the rest. And then Paramount Plus, even though I paid it, I think this was at the end of August, so I still have to pay it at the end of this month. Same with the credit card. Yes, I made the payment. It's actually a $40 payment, but I missed it for last month, so I just paid it on Friday when I got paid, but then I'm going to have to pay it again before it's due for the month of September. Electricity, I'm behind on that, So I made a payment of $90. I'm gonna have to pay it again with my next paycheck. My cell phone, you're probably gonna freak out, but that is, I think that's 2 or 3 months worth of bills in one. And then I'll get charged extra at the end of this month for late fees. So I'll get charged extra at the end of this month, and then October my bill should go down. I am late for my car payment for August, so I will be making that car payment at the beginning of this month and also at the end of the month. So this month really, really sucks for me. And if you're in the same boat, I'm with you. We're going to work through it. We will get there one step at a time, one budgeted dollar at a time. I have been so depressed and angry at myself for getting in this situation. Now, not all of it is my fault. I'd probably say about 90% of it is my fault for not doing this sooner, because when things like my child support is not getting paid, it happened at the beginning of summer. I'm supposed to get about $600 every month in child support, a little over $600, and he didn't pay it. And then he paid it for June and July, and then August came and he didn't pay it. And it's September now, and normally he pays every 2 weeks, and he hasn't paid it. He didn't pay it for the beginning of September with this check. So that tells me that he's not going to pay it for September at all. So I am down so far. What was it? May was 600, August 600, and now September 600. So that's $1,800 that I don't have to take care of my children. Now that's for one child. My other child, his dad is a part of his life and gets him every other week, and he helps support him. He pays for his schooling. I don't require him. I don't take him for child support because of how involved he is, and he pays for his schooling because both my kids go to private school now. That's my choice. I could take him for child support, but I don't think that's right, so I'm not going to. Whereas my youngest son, his dad's completely not involved. He sees him maybe once a year. It's actually been over a year since he was last to see him. He doesn't call him on the phone. He doesn't FaceTime him. And that's totally up to him. I leave that open. I send him pictures of our son. I just found out he had a baby, though, and I think that explains why he's not paying child support to me anymore. I mean, that's not an excuse. I mean, he's a dual income now. I found out that he's been traveling and seeing some really nice places and doing all sorts of stuff, and it's very hurtful. It's very hurtful that he isn't helping take care of our son. Anyways, so when the time comes, I do have some envelopes that I have made in the past. The first 3 I'm not going to show you because they have our names on them. But they're this pretty greenish color, this greenish aqua color. Doggies used to be when I had more than one doggy, and now I just have one, so I'm going to have to redo some of these. I unfortunately just don't have a Cricket anymore. I sold it because I needed money. So I do have... I do have these little faux memos. I bought them a while ago. Back when I would sell things, I would use this one to print out the shipping label. And then this one I originally got just for fun back when I actually had money. And this prints black on clear. It's like a laser printer, a heat printer of some kind, which these things are super awesome. Love them. But I will probably redo some of these and with different things. So instead of doggies, it'll be Katie. I don't see savings happening anytime soon. I do plan on saving 1s and 5s when I'm able to start doing cash budgeting. And then I have a whole bunch that I found that I had done a while ago. Like I have Christmas, isn't that pretty? I am a big fan of the Rose Matte Gold. There's restaurants. I'll be using this one, Rollover. Bulk buy. I just did a whole bunch just to see what they would look like. Isn't that cute? Household, like toiletries. I'm gonna be using this one. Halloween is our favorite holiday, at least it is for me. There's another doggies one. I will be using this one because when I first made these, I was living with my mom. My old landlord sold his house and we quickly had to move in somewhere else, and we had to move in with my mom, and it was a horrible experience. I do not get along with her boyfriend, but now we have a place and I'm very thankful for it. And then I got a vacation here. I hope to use that for next year. If I'm lucky, we'll get to go on vacation. If I'm lucky. And then also a while ago, sorry it's dirty, I've kind of been tossing this around, haven't used it a whole lot, but this is the Filofax. I got this for the cash budgeting system, but I realized rather quickly that I don't use it. I mean, these are some other envelopes I made. I do still have my laminator, so I might make some new ones of these. They're super cute. They're clear on this side, and because I like the money showing. But I don't use this. It's too big and bulky. I like small, very small, like this size. Are they cute? I like these kind. They're smaller, but I'm not spending money on myself right now. The whole goal right now is to just start working on debt as best I can. I am working 2 jobs. My one job, which has been the bulk of my pay for the longest time now, for over a year, but I'm so exhausted. It's a 24-hour job, and I know I can't explain that right now, but I'm hoping in the future I can. And it's one that I wish more moms knew about, but I just can't share that right now. I'm afraid somebody's gonna realize who I am. I just started a part-time job. That's why this check was expected to be lower, but I was given the go-ahead that I can work extra hours, so I did while I could. And that was just 1 week of extra hours. The week before, it was only, I think, 16 or 17 hours I worked, and then the following week I was able to work 31. And then I was supposed to be getting a raise this week, and I'm supposed to be allowed to up my hours up to 35 hours. So this is budgeted based on my current pay times just 30 hours. So that's my current pay times 30 hours. So I'm hoping that my actual income will be better. This is budgeted based on well, I guess I can't talk about that, but I'm hoping that number is higher as well. I'm hoping that I can really put a lot of money towards debt this month, because I want to get rid of my pay for my lawyer for the last time I was at the lawyer, and then I also really want to get rid of this credit card. That is the current balance, and I'm hoping by the end of the month here I can completely eliminate both of these and maybe knock this one out by I'm hoping by Thanksgiving. You know, God willing, I'm really hoping. Now, obviously, my debt snowball isn't perfect. Like, I have a medical bill here. It is in collection, so I don't have to pay that right away. But I definitely want to get these 3 next after I pay off these 3. So let me. These ones are top priority. Top priority. I guess it helps if I finish highlighting. Top priority. Next priority. Do pink. And then last priority will be orange. Oops. Oops, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm not very good at filming yet. This is my very first video, so bear with me. Last priority. And then I will be coming back on here to go over my budget. Like I said, this is more for holding me accountable, and I hope you guys will join me on that accountability. You don't have to, but I hope that you guys, you know, feel called to do so. I'd really love to, at some point, make this my side hustle instead of doing this one. Because like I said, it's a 24/7 job. Like, I'm getting really burnt out. I'm so exhausted. I feel like I don't spend a whole lot of time with my kids. I'm not getting as much sleep as I need. So I would really like it if YouTube could be my second income. You know, I don't have to make a whole lot of money from it, but a little bit would be nice to off-put some expenses, such as debt. Get rid of debt. So that is my debt confessions. You saw my list of debt here. You know, lawyer, credit card, Capital One. That was a credit card, but it went into collections, and then it was a whole ordeal where I now have to do a court-ordered repayment. So once I get that paid off, I think that's probably gonna be the biggest weight off my shoulders. That, like, right now, this year, that's my top priority. My school loans I filed an extension, so as of right now, I don't have to start paying on those until next April. I'm really hoping that at some point we could get those, like, forgiven or something. I do not have a school degree. When my children are older, I will go back for nursing. That's what I want to do with my life. I want to be a nurse. I want to travel. I want to do a whole bunch of things. Oh, and I forgot to explain that because I haven't been getting child support from both of their fathers, and even if he were to pay, like, say, you know, next paycheck he were to pay, I'm still going to get food stamps. Like, this amount is with his child support included. But because he hasn't been paying it, I could get it upped, but I'm not going to. I don't need it upped right now. I just need to have better budgeting habits. I need to actually plan out the meals that we'll have and stuff like that, instead of just going there when I'm hungry with my kids who are also hungry and us just putting a bunch of garbage in the cart and walking out. So I will be budgeting $250 every paycheck, and then at the end of the month, if that $16 is still there or even more, we'll celebrate with, like, a steak or something, which would be nice. My kids would love that. But, you know, I didn't really know where to put the food stamps. I didn't know if that should be considered an income or what, so I just kind of put it as its own random thing. And then school pictures. Anybody else dreading the school pictures? Every year they're so expensive. All right. Well, anyways, now that I've done my ADHD of squirrel, I will let you guys go. I appreciate you watching, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Maybe we'll even get to Cash Dove at some point this month. So thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.